All right. So, congratulations on taking the next step and taking action in really increasing your direct mail response rate. I know you're going to have a lot of success with this. So, this is not something new, but this is something that I created for my business here in the Tampa Bay area, and it has proved some ridiculous results when I send this list out, or this direct mail piece out to a specific couple of lists. So I'm going to get down to the nuts and bolts of it, guys. What I do is I send something that nobody else sends in this marketplace. I have gotten so many compliments on this from other investors who actually get the mail pieces. They call me and say this is a brilliant marketing piece. I get it from sellers say, hey, I got your letter. It really resonated with me, and so it's very creative. So I'm gonna go right into it, guys. So what I do, I'm going to do it step by step here. So I pull a list, obviously, from my list brokers, or I have one of my virtual assistants pull the list manually from some of the databases that we use that are like public records here in our area. And so what we do then is we extract that data, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and we put it into a Word document that has our letter in it. So you guys see that it says, is your house giving you a headache? Because the list that we send this letter to is something that people are having headaches with. They're either a vacant house list, so the house is just sitting vacant, they're not getting any rent. Maybe they've evicted a tenant, and they're just tired of being a landlord. There's a lot of different lists that we send this to, but we have cross-referencing that we do too. So that's it. This is the letter that we do. We fold it in fours so that the letter has the paper has the graphics and everything on the outside. So when we stick it in the envelope, they can instantly see it when they pull it out that there's writing on it, if that makes sense. It's got my little figure on it and everything. So, but that's not the trick. That is not the trick. I'm going to put this in here though so you can see it. All right. So it's in here. And what I do is I use different color envelopes. I don't know if you can see it really well, but this is a canary yellow envelope that I do. And this is basically change it up based on the different time of the year. So like Christmas time, we'll send a green one. February, we'll typically send a red one. Easter time, we'll send like a pastel pink color. You have to kind of, Thanksgiving and the October time, we'll send like a brown or an orange one. You gotta change it up a little bit. But we're in summertime right now, so we have canary yellow, and this one works really well for this time of year because it looks like it's an invitation to a kid's birthday party. So basically, you put the person's name on it. This person's name on the letter was John Doe. So let me write it. I write this really big, guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street, Tampa, Florida. So it's nice and big. Let me see if you guys can see that. See how big that is? Nice and big. And so the last thing this isn't the last thing, but so I don't care if you do it or not. But mine has my business address on the back. It's pre-printed. I don't care if you handwrite them or not. That's up to you. It really didn't change my response rate whether I hand wrote that part, but obviously I always handwrite the name and address on the back. And so, but there's two kickers that we do, and actually there's kind of a third, but it's not really a big deal if you don't do it or not. But that is that I go ahead and put an aspirin tab packet inside of the mail piece because it's a headache letter. It says, hey, is your house giving you a headache? And there's lots of verbiage in the letter, but the big headline, if you guys saw, was, is your house giving you a headache? So what I do is I take this and I stick it in here because in my letter it says, if your house at 123 Main Street is giving you a headache, please call me at 1-800-OUT-FAST. We can buy your house, and it goes to the whole spiel. But here's the thing. Why this gets such a big response rate is because A, it's creative and it's clever, but B, guys, it's lumpy. It's called lumpy mail. And what it does is it separates itself from other letters like this one that I sent out This one is not lumpy. It just looks like a regular envelope, and this one doesn't get a great response rate. It gets a good response rate, but it's not as good as this one. And so this one it's called lumpy mail, and you can change it up. You can put whatever you want as lumpy mail. But when you get something in the mail, guys, that has some texture to it and has some dimension to it, people open this immediately. They always want, it already looks like it's an invitation to a kid's birthday party, because I'm going to show you the last trick in a minute. It looks like it's an invitation to a kid's birthday party or or any kind of party that's coming up, but it's got something in it that is lumpy, that they want to know what's inside this letter. So they open it up, and then the tablet falls out, or they pull it out and they got it, and it all ties itself together. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do for a stamp. So if you guys can see this or not, this is a Celebrate stamp from the United States Postal Service. And so what that does is, again, it reinforces that this is an invitation to something. I send this to different letters with just the regular stamp. You can do that if you want, but you're not going to get the same response rate. You must use the Celebrate stamp. And I promise you that by just doing these couple of things, your response rate on your mailers is going to explode. So I've made this very simple for you guys. Create a letter. It can be a handwritten yellow letter or a white letter. Like I have, let me grab this really quick for you. I don't typically do a yellow letter. I use a white letter with a couple of different graphics on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't like the yellow letter because everybody uses it, but you can use that. You can stick it in there. You can write the headache message in there. It doesn't matter. I like using my company because I like them. We've split tested it, and it doesn't really matter which one we use. I just personally like using my business because it looks like I'm professional and I'm an actual company, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't matter. Just get it done. So what I've done, though, is I have put together a package for you guys. Now, you don't have to buy it, but I suggest you do, so that way you can do this and do it right away. So I've created a package. You can click the link below, and it will take you to the order form. In that order form, guys, you're going to get enough of these little aspirin tablets. It comes in a box. Everything's going to come in a big box from Outfast and Flipping Real Estate like the pros. And what it does is it's going to have all these aspirin tabs in it so that you can send up to 250 letters. I'm going to include 250 of the envelopes for you guys, so you don't have to go out and buy them. They're already included. It's going to include a copy of my headache letter. I give you that for free, so you guys can mimic it. Don't copy it word for word, but just at least mimic it. Put your own logo, put your own little character if you've got it. Change the verbiage up. Please don't send the exact same one. I'm trusting you guys that you're not going to copy me word for word. But last but not least, the big game changer that I do, I think that helps a lot, especially reinforcing the kid's birthday, is I use these little teeny tiny stickers. And these little stickers go in the upper right-hand corner. I don't know if you can see that or not. It goes up in the left-hand corner. And it just, again, gives a little bit of a personal touch to your letter to get it open. So I really like using this. I'm going to include enough in your packet to do 250 of these on, again, it's going to include 250 of the headache aspirin tablets. It's going to include 250 envelopes of the canary yellow, and it's going to include these stickers in it as well, and the copy of the headache letter. So guys, if you guys want to shortcut this and just buy it from me, go for it. If not, you can try and find all this stuff online, but I'll tell you what, it's not easy. But this stuff works, guys. All you got to do is send 250, and I would bet you money you get between 8 and 25 calls easily. Typically, you should get about, if you send 250 letters, you should get about 2.5 calls. You're going to get a lot more than that on this one. So I hope you found this valuable. And if you want the headache letter kit sent to you, just go to the next step, click the link below, and we'll have an order form for you. And it does include free shipping. There's no cost to ship it. So click the link, and I hope you guys kick some ass using your headache letters.